Testing. Hello. Can y'all hear me? Alright. We are starting in just a moment here. I'm gonna ping the Discord. And we're just, we're jumping into it. Thank you all for coming. And let me just switch the scene here. Professional streamer. Boom. Look at that. We have chat now. That's crazy. Oh, jump scare. Hey, Waterflow. Hey, Ashley. Welcome. Professional streaming setup. We have the chat on the right. Oh my, look at it go. Might need to fiddle with that, but it's not bad. How's everybody doing? How's everybody gaming? How's Halloween? Any cool costumes? This year I went as Aaron Yeager. I have just around the right length hair. And I actually went as Aaron Yeager for a convention over the summer. And I just still had the costume around. It was a pretty easy Halloween costume. Didn't have to buy anything new, and that was nice. Hey Billy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we started a little bit early. Just a couple minutes. And we just get moving. Your power from Chainsaw Man? Yo, okay. Dude, I read part 1 of Chainsaw Man recently. I was torn apart. I was destroyed. No spoilers, but oh my god. Absolutely destroyed. Hey. How's everybody doing? Last stream, we just did a little bit of detailing of the cave here. We flushed it out. Off stream, I sort of refined it a bit further. We more just established a color palette in here. But kind of dipped this little part down, added some of the furnishings that we're gonna need. A little bedroll. Our chairs from the devlogs. You guys know our chairs. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my. Best chair I've ever seen. Okay. But yeah. The plan for today is we're gonna cut to the right here and start working on an extended cave system that kind of goes around the side of our bog here. Yeah, so right over here. We we also did some more work. I did some building off camera. We really just did the cave last time, but I sort of started working a bit more on some of the terraforming around this section. Sort of set up this little area. What's gonna happen is when the player first walks through here, there's gonna be 2 paths. They can go left or right. But this section you're not gonna be able to access immediately. And there might be some clues and some information over there that people can explore. Warflow asks, how's Riptide's world gonna work? It's clearly not open world, probably for the better. So how's it work? Yeah, our progression is gonna be pretty Metroidvania. We're gonna have certain sections that you'll encounter early on, and you won't be able to do certain things in that area right away until you've progressed past a certain point. You come back, new information, new tools, new abilities will allow you to progress in that section earlier or later. And yeah, that's really what we're going for. I do like the idea of like exploration and decisions, and we're gonna have a ton of that. But open world isn't really necessary for that, in my opinion. we're more going for Gen 1 Pokemon. For any of you familiar, Gen 1 Pokemon has a bit of open world, but it's definitely more linear than it is fully open. It's more about uh, it kind of makes a lot of those like decisions a bit more linear while still providing extra decisions. Everybody knows after about the third gym, the map opens up, right? And you can kind of decide where to go from there. So we might have a bit of mixing in like that. Um, but other than that, we're not going to be fully open world. We're going to be a bit more linear. Sort of something in between. That was a very long-winded way of me saying something in between linear and open world. But yeah. Haruka asks, have you thought about giving zombies a reskin as a goblin? So we actually have a mob in the works. I'm hoping our next major devlog is about custom mobs. And that's a lot of work, but I think we're gonna get there. We have a lot of fantasy, like unique fantasy creatures that I want to implement, and it's gonna take a bit. But yeah. As far as a goblin reskin, dude, I love goblins. Goblins are so cool. Goblins are hilarious. We're gonna have a very goblin-like creature in Project Riptide. Oh, sorry if I quiet up for a second. It's because I'm feeling a little under the weather. I'm just muting my mic real quickly. Oh, I also missed. Haruka says, "Will the final boss be a dragon?" No spoilers. As far as that, I won't say there won't be a dragon, but I also won't say there will be a dragon. I want to keep some secrets, but I will tell the stream here a lot more than probably what I'll say in the to the videos. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, just keep them coming. I'll try to be fairly open about my plans for this project. Yadavir, it's actually Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Thursday. I'm changing the stream title. Part of me, part of me really wants to just never stream again on Wednesdays because of that. Did I get Vanilla Flight working on Axiom? I added momentum. Hold on. Let's see. Is it here? Flight momentum, right? Flight direction is horizontal. Horizontal's vanilla, right? Yeah, that feels like vanilla. But now I'm just weirded out. I kind of want to. So what I'm probably gonna do is do something kind of in the middle. Gonna go to camera, but keep momentum, so I'm not like just zipping everywhere. Keep a bit of that vanilla flight going. Hey, RCS Games, welcome to the chat, everybody. We're taking a bit to get started because I'm getting distracted by everybody saying hello. What the heck? I'm joking. If you all have any questions, just put them down. I do want to be as open as I can with the stream about the direction of the project. But yeah, today we're just working on a little side cave system. Last stream, again, we fleshed out this cave entrance, and off stream, I did a bit of terraforming. Now we're going to extend that to here, and let's stop talking about it and just jump into it. Let's get some stuff here. Geez, I get so distracted when building on camera. Will there be classes, bard, sorcerer, barbarian, etc.? I do have a plan for a pretty unique class system that I want to tie to the dialogue and puzzle solving side of the game. Let's get our cave block palette here going. We got wood, dirt, packed mud, granite. Okay. And what I mean by that is if you've played text RPGs, like, say, Disco Elysium, uh, there will be skills that affect your decision making and your ability to collect information in dialogue trees and whatnot. And I plan on adding something pretty similar to that. Let's. What am I doing? Let's grant and mask that sandstone. Yeah, we're gonna make a little cave system down. I don't. What is all this? I don't even know. What? Okay. Let's just fill that in. I don't know where that came from, but it's there. Replace air, sandstone. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make another cave floor here. Sort of make a little cave system. All right. Let's also. What's the best way to make caves? Does everybody know in Axiom? I could just do like the rock tool and set our block to air. Right? Does that let me do what I want it to do? Maybe not. Okay. We could do something similar with just a regular world edit stuff here. Here, air, let's set that to 2, mask, sandstone, and we can kind of just start carving like that. There's a large learning curve for Axiom that I'm finding. there's a lot to learn there that I really haven't gone into too much yet. I do need to. RCS Games asks, will you make textures for the interactions in the text bar? That is something I think I'd want to do. As far as getting our Phase 1 playtest demo out, I'm not sure I really consider that a big priority. Right now, I want to get just the gameplay out and the content done for this Phase 1 demo. Basically as fast as I can. Just so we can start learning from player feedback. Because we've been in essentially a kind of phase 0, just like development phase, where we're just kind of having fun making mechanics for quite a while. And if possible, I would like to move on from that section of development and start getting something down. Right now, we're just kind of connecting a bunch of little tunnels here for the player to explore. There are a couple requirements that I have in mind for this cave. Let's give ourselves night vision here. Like so. There will be some NPC interactions, like here. So when the player first rolls up, the idea is that there's going to be this lower cave system that they can choose to drop into from the top here, right? There's going to be sort of a collapse. We're gonna use building to imply that there's like this section has sort of fallen off from that tunnel there, and if the player chooses, they can drop down into this section, and we might put, say, let's pull that up here. Let's get some of our custom pots. We'll put some of our pots down and be like, oh, the players are, oh, look, loot. Maybe I'll drop down, but once they get down here, they realize they can't get back up, right? And so we'll sort of create that decision in the player's mind when they first walk up here, and then they could also kind of take this path over here, which is going to lead back down to the side of the canyon. But enough on that. Don't want to say too much. Yeah, that's sort of the idea of what we're going for. We're going to make a tantalizing jump down for the player to explore this cave system over here. We're just kind of do some carving. Yeah. How was everybody's Halloweens? Hi, Speedy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Haruka, I totally missed your message earlier. You said I should add a Pokemon reference. I'm totally down for a bunch of Easter eggs, especially for games that have inspired a lot of what Project Riptide is. Disco Elysium is definitely one of them. Can players seduce goblins? Um, that's hyper endgame content. That is only if you're the most powerful person in the world can you do that. Okay. Hey Billy, am I keeping this 100% a solo project? Well, I've been talking about the Phase 1 demo, and as far as that goes, I do think I'll be keeping it solo, or at least as close to solo as possible. Uh, and then after, depending on player feedback, I will be expanding the team. One of the things about getting player feedback as soon as possible is just knowing whether or not the expanded project is sustainable and will actually like create something that not only players want to play, but something that works, right? So it's gonna be like we're gonna be doing a lot of learning uh, in the next few months, and if things go well, I'll basically be sharing what I've learned with an expanded team, and hopefully make something even bigger and with a larger scale. Not too large, but something mm, something grand. I feel like that'd be cool. I feel like that'd be really fun. It's not something I'm expecting uh, to happen anytime soon, but yeah, that's sort of the idea. I'm keeping possibilities open. Yeah, we're gonna just keep digging. I think we could benefit from expanding our sandstone here, just so we have more to carve, which sounds kind of funny, because we're basically just adding blocks only to destroy them, but that kind of helps, I think, when we're making a cave system. Hopefully that doesn't overlap into anything we don't want it overlapping into. I think we're good. I think we are good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm in third person. All right. Oh, remember everybody, water break. Stay hydrated. Okay. Let's get back down to business. Nope, nope. Let's professional, by the way. Yeah, clear cave space. Just clearing cave space. There's a bunch of nonsense around here. I think this was when I was experimenting with the axiom like crack or shatter. Let's see. I think that's somewhere around here. Radiant melts. There's a cool tool. Aha! Boom. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. I was probably just. I was almost definitely just like spam clicking a bunch of different axiom brushes. And now I have to face the consequences of my actions. That is so obnoxious. Let's get this filled in. Hopefully we're not filling in things we don't want to. I think we'll be okay here. Yeah, let's just go deep. Okay, let's see. I don't think we destroyed anything that we didn't want to. Yeah, for the most part. Okay. What we'll do, we've kind of extended that cave system a bit. We'll start detailing. That's a bit more fun. I feel like that'll be more fun for stream right now. Okay. Something like... Oh. Any packed mud enjoyers? Oh, look at that. Best block. Definitely the best block. Okay. The question is, how do we want to steep the player up? They need to go up this section a bit, right? Make it a bit wide. Oh, you know what I forgot? I have music. Okay. Let me know if that's too loud. Get some vibes going. How's everybody's Wednesday going? I know a lot of the people tuning in are probably around the evening right now, right? It is pretty early in the morning for me right now. Packed Mud top tier, 100%. Hi, I Can Cray. Welcome to the stream. Billy's asking, do I already have plans or ideas for after this project? Yeah. I've had a lot of ideas that I've kind of had to put to the wayside. Not had to, but I felt responsible to. Just because I want to get this finished. I want to get phase 1 done, get player feedback going, start seeing how we feel about it. But I do. Okay. I'll just show you guys. Let's see. What am I doing? Loot, give, loots. Copper flintlock. I want to use this to make a PvP map. Like an arcade PvP map where you just run around and shoot your friends in like a very small, just arcadey style combat. Like the map would probably be no bigger than like our lobby here. Probably smaller than our lobby. Probably smaller than our map's lobby here. And then just run around, try to dodge flintlock shots. Have like crazy power-ups and whatever. Wait, did my night vision run out? How'd that even happen? I thought I gave that infinite duration. Let's do it again. $6 p.m., just vibing. I have to do some work for uni. Godspeed. I don't envy you. Hope school's going alright. Ruka's asking, I assume you like D&D. Which class do you like? Willie says, I'm pregnant. That's great. I'm proud. But yeah, what class do I like? I like classes that force me to roleplay. So I'm pretty basic. I like fighter. Fighter's really fun for me. Because fighter and rogue, a bit of bard, but when I play bard, I don't even spellcast that much. I like being weak in D&D. Being weak in D&D is so fun. Not being able to, like, just one-shot an enemy, or, like, just kind of trying to worm your way out of situations. That's so fun. That's so good. What does I do? I think Willie is pregnant. Yeah, yeah. Everybody say congratulations to Willie. You know, I'm having trouble knowing if you're serious or not. But if you are, hey, shoot. Congratulations. I hope it's a happy time. But yeah. D&D, so fun. If you've been thinking about jumping into D&D, you really should. You can kind of just do whatever you want, literally. Group storytelling. I'm just saying words now. Sorry, it's just hard to... I'm having trouble multitasking, using my brain. Streamers are oppressed, guys. That is... That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah, I think I want this section to be a little open air. So we're probably gonna... Let's start outlining that, like, skylight. We're gonna have it kind of like that. Something like that, yeah. And sort of kind of create a flow with the cave collapse. Streamers are oppressed. Big. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start bringing this over here. A little bit of curve there. I think I want to dip that way. Set infinite reach. Another axiom little tool that we love. Okay. Yeah, so we can kind of just edit how we want to, especially with the zoom key. Look at that. Alright, yeah. So we want something like that. Yeah, we're basically presenting another set of 2 decisions. The player's going to come up here. They can drop... Oh, infinite reach. They can drop down into our cave system, or continue along the path to reach the bog again. And so we want to make sure that the player can see both options. So if possible, I don't want to do too much hand holding. We're not going to have, like, quest markers or anything like that. We're going to try to make everything a little intuitive. Can we cast Vicious Mockery on goblins? You can be mean to them, yeah. I don't know if we'll have any bard-like spells or anything. If I were to... take that very seriously for a second. Bard is so fun though. What's everybody's favorite insult for Vicious Mockery? What's your go-to? Like when you have to cast Vicious Mockery, what are you laying down? Give me some smoke. Devon, the music is a bit loud. Okay, yeah, we'll turn it down a sec. Oh. There we go. How's that feel? Let me know, y'all. Try to keep that comfortable for everybody. This is a weird corner. I don't like this corner. Let's just extend it out. Yeah. Like that. That, I don't know if I like that. Whatever. Hi, Regula. Welcome to the stream. How dare you? Vicious mockery. I just took so much psychic damage. Is it psychic damage? I forgot the damage type. Yeah, I got over here. Thanks. I think you were catching it on a end of a song. Right now, we're right in the middle. I'm using Windows Media Player to play music right now, and I have it set to 1 volume. There's probably some stuff I could do in OBS to kind of help out with managing the volume for that, but we're not really. We need more training. We need more streamer training. I go back to streamer camp. Okay. Yeah, I like the shape of this. How it's coming together. We're building our collapse here. And I think about how open do we want this as we connect back up to our bog here. Still a bit loud. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can. I'll turn it down on desktop audio a little bit. Hopefully that works for everybody. Hey, Purple Rat, welcome to the stream. Oh, Billy was asking, what are my thoughts on parkour maps and parkour in general? Parkour maps are really cool. I think they're a simple way to get into map making, but they also have like a fair bit of depth too. Not even just in terms of like how you can build your parkour skills, but just like as a map making medium. Simple Parkour is one of my favorite parkour maps. It's quite what it sounds like, but it has a lot of really cool refinement. Like this guy, the maker of Simple Parkour, he set up an online leaderboard that automatically uploads your high score for his parkour map with just vanilla Minecraft, as well as probably like some HTML and stuff, of course. But that was so cool to me. Would recommend if you're into parkour, even if you're not into parkour. It's very what it sounds like. There's not a lot of complicated jumps, but it's very satisfying to optimize. Okay. Will goblins lay eggs? Can we collect those eggs? Can we cook those eggs? Can we eat the goblins' cooked eggs? Can't say I thought about that. Not gonna lie. That it's not something that's entirely on my mind at the moment. But I will, that's some pretty valuable insight. Cooking goblin eggs. That's a real moral dilemma. Yeah, I'm a Blue Man fan. Big. Blue Man's cool. Alright. It's a pretty simple cave formation, but we're not trying to do anything too fancy in this section. Oh, how do you guys like this sort of entrance here, right? Let's get rid of our night vision here. I was working on this little land feature for quite a bit. I made sort of a goblet for our concrete powder to kind of hold, and I expanded the curves a little bit. One of the problems with this little land feature is that when we flush out this section behind, you won't be able to observe like the curves of this this cliff face, and unless we add like a lot of contrast behind it. But I think it looks cool. We'll have to figure something out when we do that backside, but I think it's nice. I think it's nice. Rat says, I was not really active on Riptide, so I don't know if you already said, but we put some bits of sci-fi here and there. No, in terms of the setting, as far as like tech, it's definitely not going to be sci-fi, but the I hope you guys didn't hear that burp. I just burped for a second. In terms of the setting, we are going to be sort of steampunky. The land that our game is set in is a country full of inventors, artisans, scientists that were exiled from, or not necessarily all exiled, some of them kind of ran away from it, but they fled from an imperialist, powerful, magical empire, right? And they sort of came and just settled down in this section to escape that. And so a lot of things we'll see is like little bits of inventions here and there, like maybe some random, but it's gonna be disconnected because it's not industrial yet, right? It's just like a bunch of inventors kind of doing their own thing in like the desert. So what that means is like we'll have like a flintlock, but we wouldn't necessarily have all of the technology associated with the era of the flintlock in both directions. Yard. What I looked away for a second. Goblin egg goblet. We haven't even added goblins yet. They're okay. That is the goblin goblet. That is. Any gobblers in chat? No, wait. Any gobble enjoyers? All right. That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, we globbing out here. We glob. I need hydrogen. Back to very serious Minecraft business. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's keep working on our connection out here. Maybe it'd be cool if we have like a little thing here that the player can kind of jump into. Adding little bits of variation into the systems and like little things that feel kind of natural, I think will be better for us in the long term. One cool little addition that I did since the last stream was that this path was like completely flat, and I kind of caved it in and collapsed it in towards that side. And what that does is it kind of sets up a little motif that we can inform our terraforming in. Right, so there's like a little collapse, a little cave that this dirt has kind of fallen into. And that's now become a rule that we can use and recreate in different areas. And that's why it's consistent with this cave section. This cave section over here, because this sort of terrain is kind of built to like collapse and like be brittle. Which, honestly, it's not something, if you're making your own maps, it's not really something that's necessary. It's just something I like to do. I think it's fun. It's fun. This makes no sense whatsoever. Any gobblers in chat? Come on. If I had time to make stream emotes, I would now be working on a goblin goblet. God, maybe I should do that. That sounds so fun, actually. Yeah, part of the reason this is labeled test stream number 2 is I want to test streaming while other people are currently home, and how the internet here handles that. Because the other stream we did last week, I was home alone and I was the only one using any bandwidth. Yeah, I do be gobbling. We gobble out here. It's turkey season for the Americans. Okay. Yeah, we could totally do something cool here. Let's... Yeah, because what we're probably going to do, kind of curve out and kind of we're going to use this section to give the player a view of the rest of this length of the canyon, of the bog, right? So, yeah, we're going to curve out this way, and then the player's going to be able to view the rest of it from this spot. That's going to be cool, I think. This is great. Any Americans in chat? It's not really prime American time, but I'd imagine we got some gamers in here, some American gamers. Yeah, we're gonna... I think, yeah, we're just gonna set this to be like an outside section. We're gonna bring up the cliffs over here. Sort of refine this section. We really need to refine. This is totally just a back of the build moment. I spent so long curving out this goblin goblet. And then now it's, and we get to the back. It's just don't look, it's fine. It's fine. Break that. Open it up a little bit more. I like that. Okay. This feels like good flow. Something I like to think about when designing games like this is that walking is your primary gameplay. That might sound weird, but what is the thing the player is doing 90% of the time? That's walking. If your walking isn't fun, what are you doing? Your walking needs to be cool. Yeah, you're British, Ashley. Oh, I almost believe it. Do me American? Do we? I'm Sri Lankan, but I'm in France. Hey, thanks for tuning in. What's up, Billy? What you hollering for? This feels good. Okay. Oh, water break. Okay, we're back. I like how this is coming together. Let's do some Axiom gaming here. Oh, something I learned recently. You can middle click select blocks while you're in Axiom mode. Kind of neat. Okay. Oh, nope. Not what I meant to do. I meant to... So again... Don't look. So again, used to what I'm doing here. Let's make that a bit smaller. We're gonna build up a little section here. Just an easy way to place a lot of blocks at once, as well as, you know, kind of keep our curves going. We'll get in there and kind of manually refine that, but we get to a little blueprint, little thing. Okay. Will you add horses? Will I add wagons? Will I add blocks? Mining to Minecraft? Ridiculous. Crafting? Maybe. Yeah, can we get dirt? Can we add dirt to Minecraft, please? Any dirt enjoyers? Yeah, I eat dirt. Okay. We also need to make sure this can't be used to escape the map, but that's not our primary concern. I say as I'm building out this section to make sure people can't escape the map. Okay. Now we're at a little secret area we'll use for something. Mine handcraft? Never. What about wagons? Oh yeah, all right. That was a probably a serious question though. Wagons? Probably not in like. I don't know if I'll add wagons in some usable type state. I did long ago. I have an idea for when I was first planning this project. That we might get to eventually. That we would have a mini fast travel system. Once the game opens up and our team is expanded. This is not in the near future at all. But if we leaned into being a more traditional RPG with like exploration and like towns and a bit more of an open world, I was thinking about a fast travel system where you get in a wagon and then it brings you into it like an instanced area, right? So you get in a wagon and then it brings you to a wagon scene and you kind of have conversations with NPCs inside the wagon. And then like certain events could randomly happen, like maybe one NPC's like something's outside, and then you have to exit the wagon and defend the wagon from like a bandit attack or something. And then that'll all be kind of tied to the fast travel system, just to make fast traveling like a bit more interesting and a bit more just gameplay rather than just appearing at a location and minus 10 gold or whatever, right? But, you know, just an idea at the moment. There's not really a whole lot of use for an idea like that just yet, just because that's not really what the project needs at the moment. But is definitely still in the brain, in the noggin. Alright, now we just need to make this side look a bit more natural. Just kind of play some blocks, but we'll get there. Yeah, Geld. The Sea Skipper is one of the primary inspirations for that. I basically wanted to just, like, expand on that. Like, what if you could have more interesting dynamic conversations, but also have, like, a random encounter tied to it as well. Yeah, so so jumping back to wagons, yeah, that'd be sort of how a wagon would be implemented. I don't think we'd be driving the wagon very much. There'd be like a wagon pilot, driver. A wagon driver is the word. I'm an English major. There'd be a wagon guy that you just go to, like, hey, I got gold. Can you bring me to Pennsylvania? And they would do so. Not that anybody wants to go to Pennsylvania. Will we encounter goblins? Yes, maybe even with goblins. It's gonna be a great time. That's a joke about Pennsylvania, by the way. I have nothing against Pennsylvanians. Unless you're from Pennsylvania, then, ooh, I don't know. Will we encounter goblins? Oh no, that's the same question. Pro streamer. Yeah, what do you guys think of this section so far? I think it's coming together. I like the flow of it. Pennsylvania in Project Riptide confirmed. Can we ride goblins? Whoa, jeez. That's not currently in the plans. Oh, and can I just say, this little, like, formation. I was kind of just doodling with Axiom with this section, but this like curve and that like sort of just natural formation that kind of just appeared. I really like it. I want to integrate that somehow, but I haven't really fleshed out how. Not like that, man. No, I don't know. I didn't plan on having us riding goblins. For now, I can say probably not. Be happily surprised if we do have riding goblins. Okay. We've done a bit of fleshing out here. I like it. If we're kind of doing a bit of that. Oh, and for people that weren't here in the first stream, let's take a look at our bog mechanic. This is, it looks like green concrete powder, but it's actually powdered snow. We did a little retexture fake out. So we jump into it, we're gonna start freezing, and I have a little test here that shows we can actually recolor and just retexture the entire freezing graphic. And this will sort of be like our lava. You know, a lot of games will have like certain sections that you can't touch at all just to control player movement and flow. For that little bit of danger. The powder snow will be that for us. This is going to be like a poisonous bog, and we're going to make the ice and retexture it to be all goopy and gross. And so that's why the player has to go all the way around and follow these different paths and avoid the bog. As well as maybe there's something inside it. Okay. Oh yeah, another cool little detail. So you can't actually climb out of powder snow unless there's like a cute little trick here. What am I doing? Wall. I'm going to show that off real quick. Showed it off last stream, but I know not everybody was here for it. Let's do... What am I doing? Ah! Okay. Yeah, so... If I have powder snow... and vines aren't there. I can't get out, right? But what I can do is put a wall underneath, hidden, and then I can vine out. Kind of neat little escape mechanic. So I can also add sections where players can get out of the bog. And we've done that in a couple spots here. So like, we have walls on this section, so you can kind of walk out. And then you have walls on this section, so you can grab onto the vines. Hey, thanks, Ashley. I'm glad you like it. Can we drink the bog water? You can, if you'd like. Oh, guys, I mean, I have to. So when I was working on the Goblin Goblet, I was having trouble figuring out a way to add shading to this section. And I finally settled on mangrove roots. We've already used it here as sort of a dead leaves, as well as other sections over here, I believe, as like just sort of dead bushes, right? But it's also a darker color, so we can kind of add implied shadows with our texturing, as well as just being a nice little detail. And yeah, so we can kind of use it in the same way, like you might use leaves to add little bits of contrast and whatnot. Can we purify the bog? Can we save it? I don't know if I want to say. Maybe not. That's probably one of the things that might tie into the story. It might not, but let's just I won't expand on that anymore in the stream here. Can we seduce the bog? Of course, yeah. Who do you think I am? Yeah, we need to kind of fix this cliff wall. Let's get rid of that. This is a bit of a disaster. Okay. I mean, not a disaster, but it's just untouched, and we need to touch it. Okay. Let's get our handy dandy rock tool again. Okay. Yeah. Bog goblins win. Right now. It's you. You're the bog goblin. Be the bog goblin you want to be in the world. I'll bring that in a bit. And now we need to make sure that's powder snow. Or bog. Can we touch the goblins? You can, if you get consent, of course. Jesus. Befriend a goblin today. We'll give you a goblet. I'm a big supporter of the idea that goblins are just goofy little misunderstood guys. Yeah, they'll stab some ankles. But, you can be their friend. You can see what they're about. Yeah. I like how this is coming together. Please don't do that, Hiruka. I know, I'm just joking with you. We're saying a lot of words today. Okay. Okay, alright. We're gonna steer away from that conversation. I've let it go on too far. Okay. What's everybody's favorite RPG? How about that? I know my favorite RPGs include Disco Elysium. Skyrim's up there. I wouldn't say it's the favorite, but I do think has a lot of cool world design. Some good walking gameplay. Hey Ziggy, welcome to the stream. We are building out the next section of our little playtest demo that's coming. I don't know when, because there's no exact date. But yeah, last stream we did just a bit of detailing and texturing for this little cave section. Now we're building off to the right. The player's gonna have a drop down option. They can drop down into this area if they want. A little tunnel system, a little cave system that they can kind of dig through. Or they can wrap around and see the rest of our bog. Haven't played a lot of RPGs? That's alright, man. RPGs can be pretty hard to get into sometimes. Especially if they're like very grind oriented or yeah, just they can be a lot. Before or after GTA 6? Probably before. Hopefully. Maybe. As I said in my last video, or at least the last RPG devlog, the aim is to release this sometime Q1 of 2024. And yeah. Gald, that is exactly what I'm thinking. The idea of an RPG is such, like, an ephemeral thing. It's really, an RPG is whatever you believe is an RPG. It's kind of funny. Because there will be certain things, like, oh, every RPG has a leveling system. But then you'll have RPGs that completely do without a leveling system. And so when you try to boil down what constitutes an RPG, it's really difficult. It is really difficult. I personally like to think an RPG is any game where player decision-making is very much tied to the main gameplay. And that can be things like customizing your build or taking alternate routes in a story. And that, it kind of loops back around to RPG's original, which is Dungeons & Dragons, right? Dungeons & Dragons, of course, is the original RPG, and many games, and video games in general, have sort of kind of grafted off those design principles. And so, basically an RPG is anything that has, like, taken the body part of Dungeons & Dragons and made it into something, in my opinion. Big Pie's asked, or says, I've played WoW for a long time. Oh my god. Are you okay? Oh, okay, but you're on Final Fantasy 14. That's better. That's good. Honestly, I would get into WoW. If I felt like I had like a good group to play with. I haven't played an MMORPG, or at least grinded one out in quite a while, but those can be really fun. You've recovered, I'm glad. Davy Gamer asked, do you know any RPG maps we can play in the meantime while waiting for this one to come out? Yeah, recently I noticed this RPG-like CTM map. I put it in my Discord. It's called Final Paradox. It's been in development for a while, and it recently got translated to English. It's this super cool RPG CTM map. You choose a couple classes, and there's boss fights, really in-depth animated cutscenes, and crazy large-scale builds. Yeah, just look it up, Final Paradox. It's honestly great. I haven't finished it, but I've dipped into it, and from what I've seen, I think a lot of people would enjoy it. Yeah, Davies talk. Yeah, by Elrich. They're this really cool team. They've made something really great, guys. I do implore that you check it out. Okay. Let's see. What's our priority here? I do like how these formations have kind of come together. A lot of cool exploration, I think. We haven't done a lot of the cave yet. I came in saying we do the cave, but then I wanted to do this. Oh. Cough break. Hey, Hirika. I'd appreciate if we did kind of talk like that, but you'll be right for now. Let's just focus on the map making, the Minecraft, the blocks. Lock you with the goblins. That'll happen once the map releases. Okay, let's see. Let's use our noggin. Let's use our noggin, everybody. What do we want to do right now? Let's texture. Why not? Texture's fun. Okay. Let's get that packed mud going. Okay. Let's get our hotbar ready. Like so. Okay. Inside the cave, we do want to remember to use our cave block palette. Cave, yes, big. Yeah, so what we did last stream was we established what blocks we're going to use in our cave sections. And we've come up with something really nice, I think. Yeah, so granite basically is the sort of underlying stone texture. And then we're going to transition that from granite to rooted dirt to regular dirt. Into packed mud, right? And what that does is it kind of allows us to imply like shifting soil. Like so. And outdoors, it'll be packed mud will be the main block. But like granite and this sort of gradient is what we're going to be using. Let's take a look at that. It's a bit too dark. Yeah, so with lighting, that's gonna look really nice. Nice smooth transition. Ziggy asks, will the lore of this map be written, or will it have to be inferred through the world design? I don't think we'll have like some big narrator or like any exposition drops. If possible, yeah, I do think I'd want to imply it through the world design. We might go the Skyrim route as if we want to add extra lore drops, it'll be like through things in world, like written books that the player can pick up and start reading, like the diary of a character, or like maybe there's like even a record, and if you find a record player, you can play it and kind of listen to an audio recording. We'll be going more through that way. We won't have like some grand narrative like guy going like, this is the 6 gods and blah blah blah. It'll be, yeah, more about kind of learning the world as we go. You know, I didn't really intend it, but having splotches of the terracotta through the packed mud, I think works really well. We can kind of imply that it's like poking out of the rock, or the terracotta. Oh, Billy, I didn't catch your question earlier. Do you play a lot of Minecraft maps or minigames? I play a fair bit. I like dipping into them every once in a while, especially just to see what's like around and keep myself a little informed, right? But yeah, I play a fair bit, probably more than the regular Minecraft player, but not too many. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Java map making is, there's not as many creators as there used to be, but there's definitely still a lot of people that will do some cool stuff. This is coming together. Just admiring the work so far. Beautiful. Let's do a bit of our gradient right here. Sort of continue that theme here. That works. Very nice, very nice. Will I be adding sickness? No plans to at the moment. Yeah, Ziggy. That's one of the cool things we can actually do, like, with a fair bit of intent, is add NPCs that have, like, certain opinions about, like, how the world works and whatnot, and then we can add, you know, a contrasting NPC that says, you know, the world works like this way instead. And you kind of have to use that to make your own opinion. And I feel like that's fun. Ziggy asks, do I follow any PlanetMinecraft creators as closely? I used to when I was more on datapack development. I still make datapacks, but it's definitely not my main focus at the moment. And yeah, I just don't touch the scene as much as I used to. I do know Brackentrack. Brackentrack's really cool. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up some of my favorites. Let's see who we got here. Some of my bookmarks. Okay. Cat Cream. Oh, Cat Cream's Beyond Below adventure map was really cool. I had a ton of fun with that. Cybiggy's Doomed. I interviewed him actually. I interviewed Cybiggy for for one of our devlogs like last year about his Doom inspired adventure map. Really cool. Check that out, gamers. Hash makes some cool stuff. Blue Space 110 made a really cool. It was pretty small, but they made a map called the Forbidden Realm. That was very, very well done. We got Wyvernity. Wyvernity is one of my favorites. Hey, Corelio, welcome to the stream. Yo, yo, yo. We're doing map making and talking about PlanetMinecraft at the moment. Nice. Okay. I like how this section's come together. This might be a bit too narrow. Let's add some shape to that. Von Leppenstein is really cool. They made a high quality pack that adds a whole space system. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I haven't run it myself, but I know it's very popular in PlanetMinecraft right now. The expansion, yeah. They've been developing that for a few years now. It's funny. In my head, I still consider myself pretty new to PlanetMinecraft and like sort of the scene. but I've been there and publishing datapacks on there for 3 years now, and I kind of know all these names, and it's kind of just a surreal moment, I guess. Command Realm on PlanetMinecraft. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll have this whole chat log for recommendations. That's gonna be fun. Oh, nope, not what I wanted to do. Hi, Heaven Creator, welcome. We're building my RPG adventure map. Yeah, we're just doing some terraforming, some level design, and chatting about the project. If you have any questions, do feel free to leave them in the chat. Also, I'm a little under the weather, so I might mute to cough or sneeze, whatever. We're talking about goblins. Hey, Fantasy, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for sticking around, man. Yeah, we've done a lot of good work today, as well as off stream. For those new, last stream we did this little cave section, and then I ended up furnishing it off stream, and doing some extra terraforming. But today, we're working on expanding this area. This was completely empty before we started. Basically a little offshoot. We're going to give the player the option to drop down into an extra tunnel system, but if they do, they can't go back up. And they also have the option to go back around here and overlook the bog that goes down the rest of the canyon. Basically, the canyon is going to go up and up and up along this length, and it's gonna be good, gonna be fun, and you'll kind of be able to see the rest of it and foreshadow it in your head with a good lookout from this section. What am I thinking of turning this into? Yeah, so this is what we're working on right now, is sort of the playtest demo for our adventure map. We have a lot of custom mechanics already coded, like this flintlock. And eventually, I want to get this into the player's hands. We're going to build out some content and sort of start getting feedback and let that help us make decisions on design as well as scope of the project. Ziggy, yeah, glad you asked. Those are actually just a full retexture. This is powder snow itself. We made it look like green concrete powder. It's sort of a fake out, but also like a trap, right? And we'll be able to, as you can see from this test here, we'll be able to retexture the frozen graphic to make it look cool and boggy and muddy and gross. But yeah, all blocks. No display entities for this. And if we edit the dirt tag, we can actually plant grass and flowers on the powder snow, which works out very nicely for us. You know what? I think it's about time for a bathroom break. I'm going to put down the bathroom break sign. Back soon. Alright. Everybody, get some water, get some snacks. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Alrighty, we're back, everybody. Erika's asking, how can someone help develop this project? Well, I've mentioned this a couple times before, but we are currently on phase 1, or developing, we're trying to develop phase 1, which is our playtest demo. Basically, we're just going to fill out a bit of content. What that means for us is we're going to make this entire little bog canyon section. Fill it with mobs, fill it with like NPCs and dialogue and interactions and gameplay. Then we're going to release that as a solo developer to gather feedback and just see what works, what doesn't. And then, from there, if we get good feedback, we will be expanding the team. So I'll probably be looking for roles like artists. An animator would be amazing. I recently learned how to do animation myself. But as far as like 3D modelers and animating goes, I'm definitely not the best. And if I want like this project to be like as cool as I think it can be, we'll probably need to bring in some extra heat. Okay, let's see. How do we want to proceed? Something I'm not really sure about is us using rooted dirt at the edges of our bog here. I feel like there could be something better. It's just something we need it also to go well with our packed mud here. What if we let's do a little experiment? Yeah. Let's keep the brush small, and then we'll mask the rooted dirt. Why is that? Turn off infinite. How's that look for us? I don't know if I like that. I think the rooted dirt's better. We may just have to sit on that for a little bit. Run undo several times. There we go. Okay. Thanks for stopping in for the stream, everybody. Second stream's going well. If possible, I think I want to make this a semi-regular thing. Maybe once a week. Get some progress done on the map together. Talk about the development. Alright, something that we need to do also is establish what this nonsense is going to be. We did a lot of this. And this needs to be filled out. Okay. Establish what? Oh, there we go. I just jumped in to YouTube and hit skip ad. Saved everybody. Oh, I accidentally stopped the scrolling of my chat. I couldn't see everybody's extra messages. I'm sorry about that, everybody. The Average Scooter says, yo, can you give me a yes or no to my petition? I'm not sure what petition you're talking about. Let's see. Might add magic spells and stuff. The way I want to present magic in this world, at least for our first little game here, is magic is going to be very foreign and powerful. Part of the reason a bunch of artisans and inventors and scientists left the magical empire in our lore to come to this land is because they had no magical powers to speak of. And that's going to be sort of a source of friction in the world. And so any magic that we encounter isn't going to come from ourselves, but from external sources. Ziggy asks, do you have any advice on how to run beta tests or bug fix datapacks? Yeah, that's pretty hard, man. I know that struggle, especially with datapacks being smaller communities. It's hard to get the valuable feedback that we need. As far as actual advice on how to do that, the only way I can really say is to just start publishing your stuff, get one, try to develop your community, find people that like what you make, and then just put out feelers. Be like, hey, anybody want to test it? Starts with asking, right? From there, yeah. A lot of playtests, I'm sure, will have to just be run a lot by yourself. That's a lot of what I end up doing. Which is kind of unfortunate, but just kind of how it be. That's why I'm really excited for this playtest demo coming up. A lot of the development we've been doing has been very much theory-based. And just a lot of feedback is just coming through the videos, as opposed to just players actually getting in there and playing the game. So I want to get that happening as soon as possible. Hey, Fantasy, glad you like the idea. Yeah, the magic is gonna be cool and, like, daunting, I think. We're gonna have, like, some magical creatures. Ooh. Won't say too much more on that. I'm hoping, I mentioned earlier, the next major devlog for the RPG map, I'm hoping is gonna be about our custom mobs. Oh yeah, Hurika, you're asking what kind of artist and animator? Yeah, so there are a lot of tools in Java, Java Minecraft, to make custom animations and textures and whatnot, and I'm pretty familiar with them. But if possible, if I could have a dedicated texture artist, that would save so much time for me, because I can make something, and I think the flintlock is a good example of this. Like, I can make something pretty good, but I'm definitely not as refined or experienced as a lot of other artists in the Minecraft community. Ziggy's asking, will your magic system, whether it just be in lore or not, be a hard magic system or a soft magic system? Let's see. Magic is going to be a little disconnected from the player. It's going to be in external threats. I don't really want to say too much more than that, but from the very start, you won't be able to be like a wizard or anything. Craze talking about a crafting fish RPG project. I think I have. Let me just look that up real quick. Crafting fish RPG. Oh, I think I have seen this come up. They're making an RPG server, right? Yeah, it's like they've got a pretty traditional like RPG going on with like leveling systems and stuff. Yeah, it looks like a pretty cool project. I haven't spoken to them though, or yeah, I've seen a couple of their videos. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Ziggy. Yeah, I'm hoping to schedule another stream for next week. Hopefully, start making this a weekly thing, so people can pop in. Yeah, thanks for coming around. Have a good day. We're gonna be going on here for another fair bit. Urika's asking, will you add pets? Not that I know of. There are currently no plans to add pets. I think something like pets would probably be a bit extra as far as our current scope. I'm not saying we won't add pets, but definitely not our focus at the moment. Water break. Stay hydrated, gamers. Let's keep it moving. Okay, I think I want to keep expanding on this cliff system here. Let's hop into Axiom and start raising this cliff wall with our rock brush. We want to keep it narrow. We're not adding a lot of width here. And we'll probably connect these two cliff walls into one. Let's see how that looks from the other side, as well as through our little tunnel system here. Okay, it's a lot of shadow, but I think we're fine with that. Let's bridge that. Fill in our powder snow. Oh, so I need to turn back infinite reach. There we go. Hey, I can create yeah, dude, thanks. Yeah, if you want to talk about like RPG projects or anything, you know, hit me up on Discord. I'm always into that kind of stuff, as you can tell. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you're staying hydrated, Pink Pie. Very good, very good. Fancy asks, are there going to be classes? Okay, I have... Alright, I've never really talked about this on stream. Or anywhere. But as far as classes and our leveling system, I want to do something pretty unique. I want to tie it heavily into the environment and dialogue choices. So there will probably be some, like, an investigator class where you're able to investigate the environment to glean more information, or maybe a like an intimidator class or something where you have like bonuses to like intimidation dialogue. And I think this would be cool. Basically that sort of idea where it's gonna affect like the role playing and how you kind of how the world kind of comes to you. Imagine sort of like Baldur's Gate, right? You have a little dialogue option, and then you kind of roll a die to see if like your dialogue option is successful. When you're trying to do something very specific, that won't always be the case in like normal everyday dialogue. But like if you're trying to like make something happen, go for something kind of crazy, then there'll be a bit of variation. And what that's going to do is going to be pretty unique as far as our design here. We're going to have to be able to account for failing certain checks. But I think we'll have a decent way of going about it. Again, this is just going to be a playtest demo. Yeah, Galdavir, exactly. So, like, we're going to have conditionals like that. It's going to be great. For those of you that haven't seen... Oh, no, not what I meant to do. Function, adventure... Let's just pull up one of our test NPCs here, right? Our dialogue system, it can trigger from NPCs, right? But what we can also do... I mentioned this last stream, so let's summon an interaction entity. And then I think if we define the width as... and the height as like that... we should be able to see it, right? This interaction entity, we can also use to trigger dialogue, right? So what we can do is turn anything into a source of dialogue. So if I had a decorated pot, for example, I could put an interaction entity over the decorated pot and then have a dialogue ready to trigger when looking at the decorated pot, if that makes sense. And so how that works with our class system is that we can kind of like create information in stories from like a lot of different things. It's gonna be fun. Let's get rid of these little things. Oh, nope. Distance parameter. Oh wait, for you. Oh. Cray says, so how big are you planning on taking this project? Do you want it to be a map or a server? I don't know. Yeah, so this project is a single-player adventure map. Right now, we don't really have the scope to be anything more than that. I may consider submitting it to Minecraft Realms once it's done, but beyond that, nah, that's all we got going for the moment. Kirka asks, will you add special magical weapons, special names for these weapons? Yeah, I'm hoping to have unique items and stuff like that the players can kind of attach themselves to. I feel like that's always pretty cool. What do you think of the return command, asks Finn? I don't think I've seen you in chat yet today. Welcome to the stream, Finn. As for what I think of the return command, I haven't really looked too much into it just yet. To be honest, everybody, I'm not the best technical like map maker or data pack developer. I've gotten a lot better, but there's still a lot of things I'm not the most familiar with, and that's definitely something I need to look into more. Fancy, no, dude, keep the questions coming. I like talking about it. Does the flintlock have recoil? Okay, so the flintlock is gonna be a really unique weapon. Let's get some stuff together to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. Let's get ourselves a bee nest as well as an explosive barrel. Okay, so okay. Let's get the bee nest here. Let's get explosive barrel there. Okay, yeah, and then we'll go into adventure mode. So the environment is going to be very interactable, and the flintlock is a weapon that interacts with a lot of our interactables. And so if I were to explode this barrel, it has like a timer, right? After a few seconds it blows up. If I were to place a bunch of barrels, this would create a sort of chain reaction. There's a lot of different things going on here. A bit of randomness, and if you saw that as well, one of the explosive barrels triggered the bee nest, and these bees are angry and looking for an enemy to kill, right? And so the flintlock, however, looping back around, the flintlock is a powerful tool that can kill enemies, but also is very reliable in triggering our interactables. So you saw the barrel had a cooldown, right? Or not a cooldown, but a timer before exploding. The barrel will explode instantly if we shoot it with the flintlock. And so if we had, say, a bunch of indicators around an explosive barrel, we could kill all of them in one shot with our flintlock, right? But what's interesting about the flintlock is it's going to be very you'll have to conserve it, right? So it didn't, because I have a parameter set in creative mode, but if I shoot the flintlock in adventure mode, you'll notice it breaks. It turns into a shoddy copper flintlock, and I can't use it anymore. I'm right clicking, it's busted, right? So the flintlock, while it doesn't have recoil, leading back to your original question, the flintlock does not have recoil. However, it busts itself up, right? It destroys itself after a use, and so it's sort of a Swiss Army knife type weapon that you'll want to save for the right moment and use in strategy. Very, very long-winded explanation, but we got there. Cray is asking, okay, very cool. If it's single player, does that limit what you can do on the coding side? Is it mainly command blocks? There are some limits, like we can't use plugins or anything. But I don't think that limits us all that much. I'm using datapacks. We have no command blocks. Datapacks are very, very much more efficient than command blocks, as well as capable. There's a lot more stuff we can do, and a lot more just efficient stuff we can do, lag-friendly stuff we can do. Oh, coughing, sorry. Again, every once in a while I'll mute up, just to block out my cough. But yeah, it might limit a couple things that we can do, but I don't think it'll limit all that much. Are you gonna add recoil to it? And if not, why? Probably will not add recoil. Since the copper flintlock is sort of a one-shot weapon, and you have to make that one-shot count, it feels weird to add a, basically, like, after-the-fact shot effect, right? Because recoil is, after you shoot, it kicks up your weapon, right? Adding recoil to the flintlock, that would more just be a visual effect rather than a mechanical one. So it'd be like, shoot, okay. I mean, maybe we could. There's not really, in the same way that we don't need it mechanically, there's probably a pretty good argument to have it just for the visual. And, you know, I could see us having that, but I guess it's just not my focus right now. Yeah, we love our long-winded explanations here, everybody. Yeah, I love the questions. Keep them coming. I do want to give those that come to the stream a bit more insight into how I'm making these decisions and whatnot. So the YouTube videos are good, but they have to be concise in a way, and a lot of the nuance of the design can be lost. No motion command, I know, right? There's probably some funkiness we could do with like a teleport command, but yeah, it would be rough. It would be hard. Let's close in this cliff section. Make sure we're getting rid of the powder snow here. Probably not something we need to worry about too much, but I do know that if you have too many random holes in your map at the end, it can cause like a bunch of lighting calculations for Minecraft. And if we can reduce that as much as possible, we can reduce our lag. That'd be great. How if you make it mechanical so it bounces you back when you shoot? Oh, interesting. So it literally kind of bumps you. That could be pretty cool. That's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, no, I'll have to think about that. Where's the motion command? Motion command would make that pretty easy. If we had it. Mojang, give it to us. We need it for Project Riptide. Let's start closing in this section. We're just kind of filling in different areas that need filling in right now. Because if possible, I want to flush out this area, but this is connected to that, so we need to finish that before we get to that. It's this whole thing. Do it. Do it, Pink Pie. I need my gamer on the inside. Get Jib. Mission. I will be hiring interns that will be tasked with getting Jib. That is the job description. No, I will not elaborate. Yeah, fantasy. Writable entities are a pretty good idea for the for movement. I did have some ideas for a zip line, and if we do end up doing that, we'd probably make use of writable entities for that motion. Alright. I don't really have a clear vision for this over here, which kind of blows. This is just kind of a lump. It doesn't really look like it's doing anything. And I'm not really the biggest fan of that. HO Gamer want to join my public server. Probably alright, man. Though, if this is advertising, I'd appreciate it if we kept that on the down low on the stream. If you want to talk about the server, that's alright, but yeah. Is it an RPG server? Let's try to keep on topic a little bit. I would try to shoot something mid-zip. That'd be so cool. That, like, something out of, like, Far Cry or something. Your one shot that you have with your flintlock. You gotta just... That'd be so cool if you could make that happen. Imagine, like, you're just ziplining. There's, like, an explosive barrel to make sure you complete the zipline. Like, you're going past, shoot through the debris, and then you land on the other side. It's something I definitely want to try to do. It may be stepping into overscoping, but, you know, we need a bit of fun now and then, right? Okay, I'm kind of just... Let's sort of take a tour of what we've done so far. How about that? Everybody just stopping in. Yeah, so we started off just kind of editing this tunnel here. This section was pretty much all just sandstone, kind of through here. And so we have this little drop-off that we foreshadowed with our terrain features, that the player will be able to drop into, but not escape, at least immediately, right? And this is going to be another whole little game section that the player can kind of explore. We spent some time digging out the cave. You know, let's get night vision going. We spent some time digging out the cave, just kind of laying out some walkable areas. And then we started getting over to this side of our bog. Right, and we wanted to sort of connect this back out over here. This section of the bog is going to be a long, straight area, and so we want to use this as sort of a lookout to kind of foreshadow the rest of what's to come. And then, yeah, so we've just been kind of raising these cliff walls. These weren't here before. Did I just break it? I did. Whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much what we've done so far. Probably going to keep going for another 15 minutes or so here. How's everybody doing? What's everybody got planned for the rest of the day? Or the rest of the night? I know my, it feels like if I go longer for like 2 hours, especially while I'm a little under the weather, my voice will start to go away. It already kind of is. I'm going to try to reduce that if possible. Let's keep that small. Just gonna do a little bit of detailing in the tunnel system here. Again, that all terracotta. That needs a black there. Do like the little bits of granite leaking into the side here. After stream ends, you're gonna make risotto. Sounds nice. Existing, how about you? Yeah, we exist. Any existers out there? Chat, if you exist, can we get a hell yeah? Uh-oh, I'm not seeing any hell yes, please. Are you real? How can I know if chat's real? There's no hell yes. Quick! Before it's too late. Whoa, don't curse there. Censoring your hex? Jeez. Okay. And then I'll terracota'd. This little section is definitely needs some work. That's fine. We'll get to it though. How do I want to do that? Let's make this chunk. Let's make this chunk. Let's do that. A bit more shape. And we kind of bring this down to sort of connect up the chunk. That needs to be a bit more flush though. Can't add too much in like such a small section. Like, you know what, let's just fill in that layer. I think that'll be good for us. Widen that side, since we chunked that side. I'm real, I swear. I tried to reply and Google said, nah, I guess I don't exist. Hell yes. Woo! Okay. Alright, I like this. I like this. It's coming along. Okay. I like this. I like this. And then I just delete one block. I'll have to figure out what we want to do with this little secret section, but I like having it here. Get that all terracota'd up. And we could do. Let's start adding our brown concrete pattern. We have a sort of convention where we... Oh wait, I just set that to nothing. Brown concrete pattern. Ask... here. Okay. We have a little convention here where we sort of top our terracotta cliffs with brown concrete pattern. We'll get in there and shave it a bit, but kind of getting that going. I think we'll be good. These cliffs will be a bit lower. I think that's fine. Hey, Banst, welcome to the stream. We're just existing, building, chatting. If you have any questions, drop them below. Ask chat if they existed to give me a hell yeah. We've gotten a couple hell yeahs. A hell yeah and a half. Now we're just doing some calm little terraforming. This is really satisfying. I like creating like these sort of natural formations. Kind of bring that down. I like that like hook. I feel like that looks that's solid. That's a cool effect. That's sort of what we're going for. We're kind of trying to just mildly layer the top here. Bob Ross in it. Hell yeah. Alright. I believe y'all. I believe y'all. I'm just chilling. Look at that. I like that. That looks good. Concrete powder, yes! The powder's too powerful. Yeah, we're adding chocolate frosting to our cake here. Any cake enjoyers? Uh-oh, wait, hold on. Maybe this will make it a bit less cakey. Add some foliage. Go with that layer. That's too tall. Funny little thing with the dirt tag, which is a data pack functionality. We can turn anything into like a dirt that we can plant plants on. And that's why we're able to add bushes to our concrete powder here with no problem. Like that. And we probably added a bit too many. Let's kind of... That doesn't need to be there. No, it does. Take it back. Too much cake, ayo, ayo, ayo. Yeah, we cake. All right. Yeah, I like how this is coming out. This section is feeling pretty flushed out now. Oh, you know what we could add? Get some mangrove roots. Sort of bushes, dead little bushes. I mean, we have dead bushes, but we need another dead bush. Adding grass on top of trees can make really fluffy trees. Yeah, that's a really cool effect. You know what? Let's show that for everybody. We can do. So let's just add like. So. I'm gonna just dot some cobblestone, and then if we were to set our sphere, our brush, to grass. Mask cobblestone, and boom, we can just look at that. Maybe we would need to use it with a different grass leaf color, but it's a pretty cool effect. I'm a fan. Yurka's asking, will it be 100% vanilla? Yeah, this is gonna be 100% vanilla. The resource pack and data pack will be automatically loaded with the map. So when it's released, all you'll have to do will be to drop the map into your Minecraft Worlds folder, and yeah, you'll be good to go. Very easy installation, very quick. I'm a wizard. Look at that. Yeah, we grass. Yeah, I can't right click. Gotta do the thing. Yeah. That's actually how I've gone about adding lily pads to our concrete powder. So if we take, let's do the same sort of thing, kind of like that. We don't want to add too many because then people can just kind of jump across the bog and do epic parkour, which sometimes we want, but not always. We can just kind of do like this. Lily pad. Mass cobblestone. I don't think I need to type that in again, but we gain. We ball. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah, with Axiom you can use force plays. Yeah, I think it's like you can turn off block updates. I was actually wondering how that oh wait, yeah, just block placement restrictions. Oh yeah, huh. I'm working so long without Axiom. I have all these techniques in my head. Fantasy says, because you got a stealth system and stuff, are you gonna add like hay bales you can jump in? Or are you gonna add parkour systems? I don't know if I'll add like very in-depth parkour systems or anything, but I do like movement options. As far as progression. So like, maybe we'll add bits of movement. And like we mentioned the zip line earlier. I feel like that'd be a good example of what we might do as far as that. There used to be Hack and Cray. There used to be a no block update thing, right? Is that still here? Or has that been replaced? Oh, here it is. No updates. I was wondering because if I'm doing everything in no updates, and then somebody downloads the map and they obviously don't have Axiom, will they be able to start block updating? Then I wouldn't want, especially if I have like some interaction that maybe triggers block updates. That would be a little unfortunate if I leaned on it too hard. Haruka asks, will you add a roll to dodge? Probably not. A lot of the like in-depth like movement mechanics that like are known in like a lot of the very a lot of RPGs are very hard to recreate in Minecraft with custom motion, at least to get them to feel satisfying and feel correct. I might. It's actually much easier to add things like that to enemies, which I definitely do want to do. Like enemies that can kind of dodge attacks and like kind of go back and forth. That'll be great. Yeah, I can create that. That's one of the things I'm thinking about. I'm not sure. I gotta keep vanilla in mind. That's probably worth for me to look into though, because yeah, the Axiom no block update and force placement is very useful, very nice. It'd be unfortunate if our trees lost our floof. Okay, what are we doing? We're just detailing. Oh, that's something I need to add to the dirt tag. Granite. I want to be able to put dead bushes on granite. Also, possibly consider using some growing wheat with your bog there. It might give you another texture or color to use. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Let's see. Honestly, wheat might be a decent kind of accent. Let's try that. Let's try that. How many ages are there? Let's say... Let's just set a couple. Let's set a couple. Maybe a few. Indecisive. Alright. 3, mask, cobblestone. It's already masked. I'm just typing it. Maybe a bit too green. Maybe too bright a green. I want it to be a bit darker or a bit more blendy, if possible. Let's see. I know we have some other options, so let's explore. Drip leaf, I feel like, is a pretty good option. What if we slapped a little undo and then edited our brush? Small drip leaf. I feel like that blends well. Adds some texturing, or adds some shape. Purple Rat says, is a poisoned water retextured powder snow? Did you replace the whole texture for every block? Yeah, so that is one of the weaknesses of this method, is I did retexture powder snow. All powder snow looks like that now. So if I were to place a new one, yeah. So it is a little unfortunate, but it's sort of the method I'm going with for now. I'm hoping that I don't need powder snow in its regular form in the future. But we'll see. And if I do end up needing it, I'll probably have to come up with something. Yeah, let's try fully grown wheat. That's a good idea. I think I like the idea of fully grown wheat on our ground here. Let's try that out. A lot of these things I could probably be using Axiom for. I'm just so used to World Edit for like some of the smaller things. That might be worth a retexture. I'm not sure. I think the yellow's a bit too bright. It calls too much of the attention. Because yeah, we want... It's a bit too contrasty with our current palette on this section. Not saying no, we're just like thinking out loud, and we're processing. Okay, let's see. I know I experimented with like things like sugarcane. We can use moss carpets. I'm just thinking more about bog details, right? Something we do have to consider when adding bog details like this is that the player can jump on it. And so we'll be able to do that, like, very intentionally in some places, but in a lot of cases, we'll have to be careful. Let's look again at our natural section. Sugarcane is probably a good option. Maybe bamboo? Huh. Maybe that's too bright. If we... It's not too bad, though. We can also combo that. That's honestly a pretty good effect, because we can use the bamboo as sort of a wall to lead sightlines, and maybe even add a bit of parkour. Kind of like that. It's very similar color to the bog as well. Oh, we got some messages. Maybe block entities with scale parameters set to 101 about the power snow that could allow for some water animations with display. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking of doing something, my own little retexture. Sort of how the sea lantern is. I think it has its own animation. I think we can add something similar to that. That's like a boggy, like shifting animation to our bog with just a resource pack. Change the block to grass and make the volume desert. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff we can do with World Gen data packs and that sort of tinkering. What I want to do is turn water into water similar to like warm ocean, the warm ocean biome. We actually have a little demo over here we can take a peek at. Yeah, we're using biomes to change colors and stuff. This is sort of an area where I was experimenting with that. Yeah, I haven't dove too much into it. I know Axiom has a biome brush, and we can even make a custom biome with our data pack if we wanted, and define some custom watercolors. That's probably what I'm gonna do, because I want the color of grass for plains. I like the plains colored grass, but I want the warm ocean water. So we're probably going to make a custom biome at some point and sort of mesh those two together. Oh yeah, we never did sugarcane. Let's check that out. Let's just add like a small little formation here. See what that looks like. That's not bad. It could be a pretty good effect for us. That's something we need to clean up. This right here. Yeah, I can also place candles on bamboo or green panes and make cattails. That's a good idea. I'm a big fan of that. We can use the bamboo fence there as well. Yeah. I do think I like the bamboo. I feel like we'll be able to use that pretty strategically, in terms of just setting where the player can go from. It's sort of just like a natural leading tool, while also giving a bit of visibility, right? Because you can kind of see through. Alright, purple, right? You caught me. Actually, it's not a bug. Oh, secret hole. I was experimenting with secret hole. We have sort of our jump off here. This is secret, guys. Don't say anything. Secret hole. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Fantasy asks, why not use display entities? If possible, especially when we're on the building side, I want to add, or refrain from adding display entities. Because even though display entities are very efficient, if we can just do it on the block side, we're saving a lot of lag. And making a lot of those decisions early on can be very helpful once the map scales up a bit and there's just entities everywhere. Because we're going to have entities everywhere for like a lot of different things. Like every pot that we place is actually a display entity. So those start to add up after a while. And yeah, it's just sort of a commitment I've made to do things on the blocky vanilla side when I can. Devon's turning into a Minecraft dev? What, because I have a bug? Alright. Oh, yeah. I need to do that. Good idea, Purple Rat. Let's get that debug stick. I know the Axiom mod has a function. Let's try that as well. I think there is a setting where I can turn on right-click Tinker. I think that'll do it. Yeah, look at that. We can add a little bit of bush or bamboo here. Yeah, fantasy. So display entities are very efficient, and they don't, you're right, they don't like exist on like a block level or whatever. So they're more lag efficient than like say an armor stand, which is what map makers used to use a lot. And so like Mojang added this to be a replacement for armor stands, and they're very good at what they do. However, again, like I'm just trying to optimize where I can. Is sort of the idea. Beware the lag. There's also a stage 2 fluffy. Oh, let's take a look. Empty here. Aha! Very nice. I like that. Maybe I'll darken that actually. The leaves on the outside. I do want to keep retexturing to a minimum. But for little tweaks like that, maybe we'll make an exception. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're actually going a lot longer than I thought we would. But we're getting a lot of cool stuff done. Having some cool conversations. Getting some nice detailing. I like this section. This section's looking great. Up here could use some work. Maybe let's do our concrete pattern. Yeah. Sort of imply that like it's kind of like shifting downwards. And the funny thing about this green concrete pattern like motif we've got going is that the players will be seeing it at the top of the cliffs, right? They'll be seeing it at the top of the cliffs, so it kind of reinforces the idea that it's the top of the cliff section. And so if we put it down here, the player will be thinking that this is like top of the cliff. maybe we won't be able to get up there until they discover how. Oh, fantasy. Am I looking forward to the new copper blocks? Definitely, 100%. Those copper blocks are amazing. I love it. Give them to me now. A bit of extra texture here and there. Like that. This whole section, we don't even really know what we're doing with it yet, but it sort of just came to us. We were building out, and we were like, "Ooh, what if we had a secret?" I like that. Oh, maybe we even use some of the bushes here. Obfuscate a little bit more. I like that. Kind of. I don't know. Well, we won't be married to it. You should blend a block with the terrain that's slightly lighter to guide the player, sort of color code to lead the player to certain locations. Yeah, we it's actually something that we've already kind of been doing, especially with our hub area. Using I've been getting into color theory a bit more, right? So this is actually, well, that's our playtest area. That over there, this is gonna be the main section for the main game, right? The main like central location. The player's gonna first enter from this section, and they're gonna come in, and they're gonna see this building. There's a bit of high contrast on the water wheel to kind of draw their attention to that. And if you remember from the videos, the water wheel is the main storyline that we're selling here. The water wheel has stopped functioning, and the player is being sent out to investigate why, right? And so we create a little bit of a tension there, like, oh, there's a water wheel, and then using that little bit of contrast. As far as using lighter shades to guide the player, we do that where we can. Like here, the terracotta kind of dips out into the path there, but a lot of what we like to use is shaping, right? So we have a bunch of trees here, a bunch of trees here. Just by shaping, the player's also going to be led to certain locations. This contrasting bridge with the water and the dark mud and the mud is also going to be helping with that. A trick a lot of builders use for trees is that they put darker leaf types on the bottom, and the higher up the leaves are, you switch the leaf type to something lighter like birch. Yeah, that stuff's really cool. I've been seeing on Twitter, there are a ton of really talented builders out there that basically use Minecraft to paint. And I've been trying to get better at doing that. Obviously, there's like a sort of limit to what you can do with gameplay Minecraft building. But there's definitely ways to implement those sorts of techniques. And we talked about earlier, I added some of our mangrove root bushes to the underside of this section here as a bit of extra shading. And where I can, I try to add, I try to implement those sorts of techniques. Yeah, purple rat. And so like we have our little like gray bridge here. Contrast is definitely like a very great way to draw attention and like create paths without literally having a path. We don't have to place path blocks or have like a cobblestone path in order to tell the player where to go, right? The first thing they're going to see coming out of the playtest section is a little bracket that's holding up the cave. Go out here. Oh, there's that tree there that's lying across the bog. They're probably going to go left because it's the most contrasted thing as well as the most like shapely thing that's directly in front of them. You go here. interact, have some sort of gameplay here. You're like, okay, I can't really progress this way, so let's go back this way. Oh, there's a cave. And that's sort of the secondary consideration. And we can create that as a secondary consideration on purpose. And I'm kind of waffling, but it's fun stuff. It's cool. Do you have any tips on how to make terrain look natural? I keep making giant mountain chains around flat areas. So I'm probably not the best person to explain these sorts of things, because a lot of these things I've sort of taught myself. But create rules. Create rules for your terrain, and use those as a way to convey like consistency, as well as just the player will be able to know what the terrain is trying to say and what the terrain is trying to do, depending on those rules and if you stick to them, right? So like over here, I'm trying to it's hard to say exactly, right? But let's give an example. So one of our rules is having granite being an underlying block, right? We want to use our terraining to imply that granite is under all this like dirt and stuff, right? And so when we have little cave-in sections or areas where like the dirt and mud is like brushed away, we start to add in trickles of granite, right? And having those sorts of rules built up and using multiple times, you can add sort of bigger storytelling, if that makes sense. And we can kind of recreate that same rule over there, right? So we have some extra granite and some shifting down here. In this cave tunnel, we're going to use a lot of granite for the flooring. Not something you necessarily need to do, I guess, but I think it can add a lot to a build. And you were asking about making it like natural. I think you can loop that back around to rules. Think about like what sort of features the terrain has, right? And what sort of features make sense that you can keep recreating, right? So like if we go back to our main section here, we have lots of sharp walls. The dirt and muddy sections are a bit chunkier to contrast to the flatter, steeper sections, right? So we have chunky dirt and then rising flat terracotta, right? But then over here, we have one small exception that we do at the top of the flat, the smooth, flat walls, right? To add a bit of detail and a bit of variation, which is this rounding section of terracotta. So we have a few rules that we've kind of set beforehand, and we can kind of use to start creating our terrain, right? We have lots of large flat terracotta, dirt chunk, right? And then sort of the rounded terracotta section, kind of dappled in. Yeah, so, and we can kind of just pull out of that toolkit, out of that palette. So we have large sharp walls, round dirt, round chunky dirt, and then every once in a while we have a curvy terracotta. And we just keep using that. Hey, Hiruka, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, stop by again. I'm hoping to make this a weekly thing. Radass says you should add movement to the poison water so new players don't think it's ground you can stand on. So the funny thing is, I kind of want new players to think it's ground they can stand on. That's why I changed it to green concrete powder. There are little clues that say you shouldn't step in it, like these lily pads as well as these large strip leaf. But basically, I kind of want people to die to it. At least once. Then they'll know, okay, I probably should. Yeah, no problem, Rat. I hope it was useful. I've never really like tried to put it into major words or anything, what I'm doing, but that's kind of how I go about it. And I if it's useful, I think that'd be pretty cool. Let me know how your building and stuff is going. Would be sick if this was weekly. Yeah, no, I'm having fun. This is also a good way for me to consistently make progress. Good incentive for me. Like, hey, I got a stream, and we can do some building. I'll probably do some more building off camera, just to do more of the nitty gritty design stuff. But I think we've got a good thing going here. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Pink Pie. Appreciate you. Honestly, we've been going for longer than I thought we would. And I actually have a doctor's appointment coming up. So we're probably going to just wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Stop by next week. Bye-bye.